Hi, everybody. Today, I just wanted to give you some preliminary drills for when you're moving on from that beginning stage of already knowing most open chords, maybe seeing a couple embellishments here and there. Today, we're going to go over some hammers and some slides. So first things first, you get your banjo. We're going to talk about how to do a hammer. All right, so a hammer is two notes. It's an eighth note pair. So let's pick two notes. I'm going to pick an open string, third string, and I'm going to pair that with a two, same string, that note. So the first note I'm going to be plucking, and then the next note, slamming with a finger, just by coming down really hard on that string. You should be able to produce a second note. It's not going to be as loud. That's called a forward hammer, 0 to 2, low note to high note. So once you're pretty comfortable with that, you can move on to a backwards hammer, also known as a pull-off. I'm going to reverse those numbers. 2, I pluck the right hand, and then I'm going to flick off over here. And that gives me a nice second note. 2, flick. So those are the two types of hammers. Once you get pretty comfortable with that, you're going to want to start putting them into chords. So let's look at some basic hammer drills. Anytime you do an embellishment for the first time, you're going to want to place it within a bum-diddy pattern. So I'm looking at this first measure here. I've got a G chord, open strings, and there's that hammer, 0 to 2, with the little tie over it, and an H to solidify that that's a hammer. So this is on beat 1, 2, 3, 3, and this is what it's going to sound like. Bum diddy first, hammer, and then a diddy that follows. Bum, diddy, hammer, diddy. Bum, diddy, hammer, diddy. Good. So just for our practice, let's turn that into a 2 to 0. Now you can see it says pull off, P-O. So you'll be fretting 2, flicking off for 0, and then a ditty that follows. Sounds like this. Ditty, pull off. Ditty, pull off. Once you get pretty comfortable with that, you're going to want to try it on some other chords. So we're just going to do hammer-ons for these other ones. This is our C chord. It'll be a bum diddy, and then a 0, 2 on the 5th string. What's tricky about this one is you want to maintain the fingers that are below. That would be index and middle. You maintain those fingers whilst you are hammering. So you want to make sure there's good curvature on this one specifically, so you don't end up touching that open string. Again, the hammer is on beat 3. Here's what it sounds like. Diddy, hammer, diddy, diddy, hammer, diddy. Turning that into a pull-off, you'd just be flicking back with your ring finger. Sounds like this. Pull-off. Diddy, pull-off. That's how we do it on C. We are cycling through the chords G, C, back to G, and last up is D. So same idea, it's a chord that's fretted, so only one finger moves for the hammer while the other one stays down. So index stays down, this would be middle finger for the D7, going 0 to 2 on beat 3. It sounds like this. Hammer. Once you're comfortable with those 3 chords and their hammer, you put the 4 measures together, it sounds like this. To C.